are living in a realm where there is only one person who has to awaken. If that person awakens, the whole universe awakens. As far as you are concerned, there is no awakening the collective. There is no awakening humanity. It is just an idea. Depending on where an individual is, depending on their conditioning, depending on their level of connectedness with themselves, they will pursue their individual paths to enlightenment. Your search and their search are totally independent. The very fact that they are not searching should tell you that if you are able to search for it, you can awaken the very realm. That is the best thing you can do for yourself as well as for these other creatures. Because your realization, your enlightenment will become the seed for another enlightenment. That is true compassion. Compassion without trying to be compassionate. Doing the right thing. To understand that asking this question, what is the ultimate purpose of life? Why am I here? Is to understand that only you can ask this question with enough intelligence to get the answer. When you project this question onto others and expect them to ask it, they will always ask it in a slightly distorted way. That is what you experience in the world. It is the same question that is being asked by everybody in a slightly different way. And they're finding answers in their own way. They are finding many things, but they're not finding themselves. Because this question cannot be asked by someone else in a way that can get them to the right answer. Because the right answer cannot be found on the outside. Just imagine if you can actually find someone and say, you have asked the right question. You have found yourself. How do you know? Self is self. You cannot find the self in someone else. You can only imagine it. Even if you meet a Buddha, you can only decipher from his words, from his actions, how different he is from others, his intentions. You can guess at the most. Oh, there is something special here, something worth listening to, something worth connecting to. But you will never experience the Buddha nature. You will not experience what Buddha has experienced for himself. For that to happen, you have to find it within you. That means only you can ask the question in the right way. Everybody else will ask it in such a way that they'll falter somewhere. Now you cannot accept that faltering as your reality. The body is temporary and should not be mistaken for the self. True realization comes from understanding that one is not the body or the mind, but the eternal being that exists beyond physical form. The moment you are introduced to this knowledge, something has to light up inside. Something has to awaken. Isn't this what everybody is searching for? What is this quest for meaning? If not for finding the self. What is the quest for self-identity? What are you going to find when you can find something and say, This is what I've been searching for all my life, if not for your own self. Everybody is searching for the same thing, but they have faltered where you will succeed. They have accepted an external entity to provide them the answers. They have accepted their mind as the mediator. They are not asking this question directly. They are asking this question to the mind, and the mind is supplying them with answers. To some, it is supplying it through wealth. To some, it is supplying through popularity. Mind is supplying some sense of permanence. And that is what we long for in the world. Anything that can increase this connectivity to the permanence of our inner being, we fall in love with. We don't like temporary fleeting things. We don't like momentary experiences. At least we don't attach any value to them. Think about it. The most beautiful things in existence are momentary and they are available for free. The beauty of a flower, the fragrance of a flower, sunshine, rain, nature, existence, it's all available free for your amusement, for your engagement, for your entertainment. But you don't attach any value to this because you are searching for something permanent. That search for something permanent is real. It is within you. That is why even if the whole world is available, even if you were to be told you are given everything, there is nothing you cannot have in this world, you can go anywhere, you can do whatever you want, no restriction whatsoever. Do you think at the end of 1 week you would be an enlightened mind sitting on top of all this and enjoying this? No, you will be more lost. You will realize what you're searching for has nothing to do with what you can get on the outside. Because everything that can be given to you can be taken away. Even if it is given for free. Even if you're given the biggest throne. Deep down you know that because it is coming from another mind, another body, an extension of your imagination, that is not what you're searching for. You are searching for something real, something permanent. That word permanent has to be understood in many different ways. It is permanent. If you can find a little bit of silence for yourself, you have found something permanent. If you can extend your connectivity with silence by a few seconds, you have found something permanent that cannot be taken away from you. Stillness, connectivity with the present moment. These are the things that eventually complete you, because that's where you truly belong, in the present moment, in the silence, in the stillness, where your self is fully glowing, fully alive. But if you're searching for something permanent in the world of imagination that you dreamt up in your sleep, how can you be satisfied even if the whole world is given to you? You cannot be satisfied because this whole world is nothing compared to who you are. You can dream many worlds like this. Consciously, you don't know this. But subconsciously, you know all this. That is why you cannot be satisfied. That is why anything that is given to you as an extension of the world that you have created in your dreams, in your imagination, can never fulfill you. quest for permanence is the longing of every individual soul. To know that this cannot be found on the outside, in the world of imagination. When something is being given to you, just ask this one simple question. Does this belong to the human imagination, or is this existential? If it is existential, take it. Put it in your treasure chest, lock it, and say, this is mine. If it is human, throw it away. It is of no use to you. You can play with it for a while. If you are being offered, let's say, $1 million and 5 seconds of pure silence, if you are intelligent, you will choose that 5 seconds of silence, because that is existential. Once it's given to you, it is yours. It cannot be taken away from you. Once you know how to be quiet, how to be silent for a few moments, it is yours. You have found a place of silence. You have found an island of clarity amidst the churning seas of chaos. You have found a moment of respite. You have found a moment of freedom. Can there be anything more valuable than this something permanent that you can claim as your own? What's the meaning of all the wealth? It belongs to the world of imagination. It comes and goes. What if you can long for permanence through a process, self-enquiry, through questioning, through learning? You would have found the secret to acquiring the greatest wealth, the knowledge of the self.